Gage Brownies, it is the Verd, back with you again. Welcome here to our Week 4 Team Builder for Best Never Rest. Tempe Frogadiers currently 1-2. I'm against Toad and the Boston Boldores. I have no idea what his record is. I'm recording this very quickly because we are about to hop into our game, and I didn't realise it was going to happen this early. I was going to record it a bit later on, but it is what it is. So I'm pretty excited for this one. Obviously, I'm trying to bounce back from the last couple of weeks where I've had some pretty unfortunate results. It'd be great to get back to winning ways, but Hiker's got a pretty scary team and a pretty scary matchup, so I'm bringing some pretty wild stuff to try and counter the matchup, basically. But if you guys are hyped for this game, then make sure you like the video, all that good shit. But we're going to get straight into this. So, the most immediate thing that you guys would have known when you saw, my team, so you know that I have absolutely nothing for Weevil, really. My ways around Weevil are really tricky. It can pursuit trap quite easily. It can just threaten everything with its dual stab, so I've got to play really, really carefully around it. And so with the Rachi this week, it is going to be a Scarfed variant. So it's a bit of a risk running Scarf Rachi this week because of Magneton being able to potentially trap me. But I feel like Magneton's not really a great bring here. Like, it either brings Air Balloon Magneton for, like, Drill. It's quite easy for Drill to be able to break its... he has to bring, like, Air Balloon Magnet Rise, and it's just a really janky set that I don't really see him trying to bring in this scenario. But with Rachi, like, it mainly just early doors I'm clicking U-turn because it gets damage off on Diancie. It can really chip Weevil nicely. Just chips everything down that little bit, and then if Magneton's not there, Iron Head spam is really nice, and Zen Headbutt's also there for the Keldeo. I'm also rocking the Trick because that can shut down things like the Tangrowth if it's consistently trying to come in against Jirachi. It can shut down a lot of things. It's also really nice, funnily enough, to go for Trick as Magneton comes in, because maybe he'll have like a different item, and then as he attacks me I can just always go for U-turn and kind of get myself out of there. So there is that option too. Running Adamant Nature with enough speed to creep Rotom Heat, I believe. No, Nidoking. But yeah, it allows me to run Adamant, which means I can punch through his team a bit harder, which is, yeah, really solid. Up next, we've got a nice Bulky Drill. Bulky Drill is super good here because it is one of my better Diancie checks on my team. Like, obviously, Earth Power is going to hurt, but I can take, I can take Moonblast into Earth Power with this set quite nicely, and then just knock out Diancie, which is good. Rocks are super good in this matchup, so getting them up as soon as possible is phenomenal for me, and because I have Mold Breaker on Drill, I can get them up pretty much turn 1, depending on what he wants to lead with in the scenario. Like, my basic play, I have a first turn pretty standard play that I'm going to do. Pardon me, big yawn. Standard first turn play I'm going to do, but Drill can kind of come in and deal with things after that. Running only Earthquake as an attacking move because I wanted Toxic for the Tangrowth to be able to shut that down. And with Mold Breaker, I can Earthquake and knock out the Rotom Heat. I'm running enough speed to creep Nidoking and Rotom Heat as well. I just realized now that my Jirachi actually probably could do with that little bit of speed to take it to 299, because with that speed investment, I do actually creep a Scarf Rotom Heat, just in case I creep Scarf Rotom Heat. So yeah, pretty straightforward Drill set, just comes in, takes hits. So then we go on to Slowking, another Trick Room variant this week, but this one was really effective in the mocks. Basically, it can come in and threaten a lot of things on his team. It mainly comes in against things like the Keldeo, but it can also actually come in against like Diancie, if need be, and set up the Trick Room. And then it's just got the 3 attacks with Modest Nature. I'm running the 164 in defense because with that investment in defense and the Colbur Berry, I am able to live a Banded Weevil's knockoff, which is really important. Just in case he tries to fire one of them off, and then I can just Fire Blast in return and pretty much just knock out his Weevil. So that's really nice. And then the rest of investments in Spadef, so I can take hits from Nidoking a bit better, and from Diancie and Keldeo. So, pretty straightforward Slowking set, but it does kind of rip his team apart. He doesn't have a great switch in for this Slowking. It can kind of just chip everything down really, really nicely. Moving on to what is probably going to be my lead in this matchup. It's kind of a crazy set, but AV Zap is really, really nice here, as crazy as it sounds. It's just super solid because I can lead with it, and I can kind of scout against everything. So, like, obviously if he leads Weevil, that's less than ideal. it puts me in a pretty bad spot. So like normally I'm just going to lead with Jirachi, because no matter what he leads with, I can put myself in a solid position against it regardless. So I'm going to probably lead with Jirachi, but Zapdos is really nice because it can come in against anything barring Weevil and really pressure it. It's kind of crazy. Because of the Assault Vest, I can take hits like, if he has Power Gem over Diamond Storm on Diancie, I can take any hit from that. I can take any hit from Keldeo, I can take a hit from Reuniclus, Rotom Heat, Nidoking, like everything, dude, it's crazy. And then being able to chip everything down is great. I'm running Ancient Power because it catches D-Knight as well as Rotom Heat in case it tries to pivot between the two. It also hits Weevil. But I'm mainly like going to be clicking Discharge and Heat Wave, and HP Ice is just there because it covers the D-Knight as well as Tangrowth, Nidoking, like all that good stuff. It's just a crazy set, man. I can get away with Modest again, although once again I don't know why I kept thinking like Nidoking was his fastest mon and just kept on forgetting that Rotom Heat existed. Because I'm pretty sure Rotom Heat hits, I think they all have like 88 or 89 speed, I can't remember. Or is it, I can't remember exactly what the kind of speed it has is, but yeah. Regardless, Zap is just super good here. It's able to just chip everything down. Discharge is super obnoxious with a chance to power. And yeah, I can basically just get chip on everything. I can take some hits and dish out some damage. And then I got two sweepers at the back. So one is DD, Mega Latios, kind of crazy set. Running Adamant, but again, why was I only just creeping Nidoking? I need to prepare for Scarfed Rotom just in case it comes. You never know. Right. So we got we got DD Mega Lati because in this matchup, DD Lati actually does a really good job. I feel like he's going to bring some kind of bulky Reuniclus to be the Lati check, and with this DD variant, I can 2-hit KO, max HP, max defense Reuniclus with Shadow Claw. So that's pretty awesome. Earthquake covers Mega Diancie, Nidoking, Magneton, and Alolan Grimer. And then Dragon Claw is just a stab move of choice, but it also hits up Dragonite, does damage to Tangrowth, Rotom Heat, and Weavile. So, pretty straightforward set. It puts in a lot of work. I kind of wanted to run Roost, but I didn't feel confident running just Shadow Claw and Earthquake. So I decided that 3 attacks was better, because later in the game there is opportunities for my Latios to just kind of set up and put in the work in a late game. So I'm pretty keen to see what Latios can do, honestly. It's a pretty wild set, but it can put in a lot of work for sure. And then finally, the last mon, which funnily enough is creeping the Rotom, because at least one thing on my team was creeping it, I'm not completely an idiot, is Volcarona. So this set is pretty solid against Hike's team, because with the substitute, I basically shut down Rotom Heat. I feel like his moveset's going to be something like Volt Switch, Overheat, Toxic, and like Page Split or Defog. So by going for the sub, I basically force him into clicking Overheat to break my sub, because if I go for the Quiver Dance, then Volt Switch won't break it. So yeah, like Quiver as Rotom comes in, I sub up, and if he tries to Overheat and break it, then he can't break it on the next one, so I sub up again. If he has HP Rock, then that's just really good tech on his part, but after Rocks +1, Z, Fire Dance can knock him out. I'm running Fire Dance because of the special attack boost. It can put a lot of pressure on things like Reuniclus, which can't really come in all the time, and it puts pressure on things like Diancie and Keldeo, where I can just knock those out with Giga Drain, which is super good. So yeah, pretty solid set. Running max special attack, but then just like a fair bit of bulk, so I can really have those fat subs and potentially have, you know, other mons not be able to break my sub when I get to, you know, a certain range of boosting, which is really good. But yeah, pretty straightforward Volcarona set. To be perfectly honest, just kind of running a sub and no recovery except for Giga Drain, but it should all work out. I'm feeling pretty good about this matchup just because although Weavile does absolutely destroy me, I feel like I just have some really unconventional offense that might be able to catch him off guard, so I'm hoping I can maybe put in work with that. But yeah, we'll wait and see what happens. I'm pretty hyped for the game. If you guys are too, make sure you like the video, all that good stuff, and next time I see you when it comes to Best Never Rest, it'll be in the game against Hiker. So hopefully we can go to 2-2. That would be the ideal result here if we could manage that, but we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, that's going to do it for me, guys. My name is Averd, and I'm out of this bitch.